Hey, good morning. I'm Patricia Murphy. It's Friday. This is Seattle Now. This week, thousands of Seattle residents are lining up to volunteer during the World Cup. An iconic local karaoke spot is reopening its doors. And why does Lumen Field just say field right now? Simply Seattle's Danny Ball and Asian Verified founder Michael Wong are here to break down the week. But first, let's get you caught up. King County is giving away gun lock boxes today as part of its effort to prevent gun violence. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson and County Executive Girmay Zahilay will kick off the event at 11:30 at Detective Cookie Chess Park in Rainier Beach. You can also pick up a lockbox today at several locations, including city halls in Kent, Burien, and Auburn. Public health officials say safe firearm storage is the best way to prevent unintentional shootings and theft. Starting tonight, you can stroll through Pike Place Market with an adult beverage in hand. The market is piloting its Sip and Savor program, which will run every weekend through Labor Day. More than 20 businesses will sell beer, wine, and cocktails that you'll be able to take with you in certain parts of the market. They say the goal is to entice locals to visit the market more often and encourage visitors to stay a little longer. And watch out for some really bad traffic this weekend. I am sorry. Beginning tonight at 9, all northbound lanes of I-5 will completely close in Seattle between I-90 and 45th Street. Road crews are removing the Revive I-5 work zone on the Ship Canal Bridge to ease up traffic jams during the World Cup. The lanes will reopen Monday morning. Check back for more headlines on tonight's episode of Seattle Now. And here we are, Friday again. The rain has returned just in time for the weekend. Danny Ball is here. He does marketing for Simply Seattle and hosts the iconic Sonics podcast. Danny, good to see you.
It's great to be back. Thanks for having me, Trish.
And Michael Wong is here, too. He's the founder of Asian Verified. You can find his work on Instagram or in The Stranger. Michael, good to see you.
Back at you, Trish. Happy to be here.
Yeah. All right, you two, before we dive in, is the final summer season for beloved Federal Way Water Park Wild Waves. To add insult to injury, fans of our only local park got the brutal news this week that the site is destined to become a warehouse. As the Federal Way Mirror first reported, documents filed with the city show plans to transform the site into a 1 million square foot industrial warehouse with parking. To quote Joni Mitchell and the Stranger newspaper, they're paving paradise and putting up a parking lot, you guys. Have you been to Wild Waves?
So I had never been, but, Great Wolf Lodge, Six Flags, I've been to my fair share, which were always met with my dad, whether he was there or before I went, being like, I don't know about that water quality.
I have been going to Wild Waves forever. I grew up in Auburn, which is a stone's throw from the park. I'm also, if you don't know, a theme park maxi. I used to work at Disneyland. So I love a good themed experience. And as soon as last year, I was an annual pass holder at Wild Waves. So this news came as a shock to me. I hated it. I also have a Facebook post that says I was going to buy Wild Waves 10 years ago. So the dream is over. Multiple dreams are over.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know if an outdoor water park makes sense in Seattle. Michael, tell me how this factored into your, how did you even think about it? Did you go on a rainy day?
Folks, we are letting a butterfly fly out of our palm right now because we have something that's very unique here in the PNW, which is a dual water park and amusement park, folks. I think people were not clocking into the Enchanted Village part of the situation. You don't understand. Listen, driving home from freaking Ross and Federal Way, going home to my house, I would pull over to go ride a roller coaster last summer. This is real. This is the whimsy people don't understand can be part of their lives, and we're not going to have it anymore. This is what happens when you don't whimsy max, folks.
Property owner Jeff Stock told the Federal Way Mirror he considered a hotel or maybe even a convention center for the site, but it didn't find much interest and worried about leaving the property vacant. I wonder if he considered building a hotel over the water park.
All the people flocking to Federal Way, Washington, looking for travel accommodations will be remiss to know that gentleman didn't do it.
I think it's a great point about we really do need to be whimsy maxing more. And I can't believe that there's not more demand for it.
Should we talk about a replacement park? Maybe some roller coasters? I mean, we can't have the Enchanted back. But...
I know, man.
I miss when roller coasters were in malls. Like, I love the idea of just stopping by for one ride. Like, that's great. Like,
now
and
you
so
get it, guys.
yeah, I don't know. We got to bring it back. Like, bring back whimsy in a big way, please.
All right, kids, grab your floaties. We're headed to the International Fountain, I guess, for the summer. And are you going to take the pilgrimage, maybe? Michael Wong, you going to take one more visit before it shuts down?
I'm going to be there. And also, they serve Korean food. You don't know this. They serve Korean corn dogs, and Korean rice plates at Wildway. There's more reasons to go.
All right. Before we move on, what is your favorite thing to do at the water park?
Oh gosh, yeah. Like Danny's saying, I avoid the wave pool. You don't know what kind of marination has been involved there.
Oh my gosh.
There is a really short water slide that feels like it's a very thrilling water slide, and then it drops you in 9-foot water. And if you can't swim, you're done. That's one thrill enough for a summer.
I'm gonna have to go just back to what Michael said about. I'm there for the food. Really, it's the Dippin' Dots. I don't know if I have a favorite ride, but I do. They usually have Dippin' Dots, and so that's you can catch me over there.
All right, we're slipping and sliding to the big story of the week. Seattle Times explored the process behind what it takes to be a World Cup volunteer in Seattle. Applications opened last year, and boy, did people apply. The application inquired about language proficiencies, past volunteer experience, time commitment, availability. What makes a good volunteer, Danny?
Good night's sleep. I'm running on E here, and just had to ask somebody to move in the escalator, and probably could have been a little bit nicer about it. But yeah, a good night's sleep, a big smile. I think those are probably the two most important things, and obviously a lot of patience.
Well, you're a former theme park employee, so
true.
What makes a good, positive experience for visitors?
Honestly, folks, it reminds me of there's so many cast members at Disneyland that are part of the experience before you even enter the park. Folks in the parking structure, and the most important bit of those folks and the people that take the tickets is a big old smile. You need to be enthusiastic. You don't even need to care about soccer, but you need to be somebody who is happy to help person make a memory. A lot of people came here and spent a lot of money, and if you chose to volunteer to get the swag pack, bring a smile with you, please. Enthusiasm.
Danny, I think you alluded to something here about the escalator, because newcomers may not be completely in the know about how we do things around here. Do you think you're patient enough to be a volunteer?
Yes, I think there's also something that I try to remember of, like, it's also an international thing of people that drive on the other side of the road are going to be walking directly at you because that's just their natural intent, is to be on the opposite side. So you're like, if you were driving America, you drive on the right, but if you're coming from somewhere that drives on the left. So yeah, I think I have the patience, like I said, as long as I'm getting my rest and probably a little bit of caffeine.
Although you're making me wonder about the switched sides, because yesterday I was coming in and legit people who were walking over from the Residence Inn Hotel to the Northgate Light Rail totally clogging the escalators on the wrong side. I almost missed a train, and they seemed bewildered about why they missed their train, and I'm not sure we were getting the right communication.
We need more good infographics, too, is what I'm realizing. Like, a lot of times, there's a couple times the past week I've gotten down to the bottom of the light rail thing, and then I find out that I need to go back up to take the shuttle. Get those signs out there early, get a good designer, good infographics of, like, which side to be on, and a little bit of spray paint on the ground goes a long way for keeping that traffic flowing.
As we mentioned, quite a few Seattle area residents felt they fit the bill for the volunteer gig. The Times reports the local organizing committee received 35,000 applicants for 2,000 slots. Across all host countries and cities, volunteer applications exceeded 1 million, an all-time record for a sports event, according to FIFA. Does it surprise you so many people here are willing to volunteer?
I think we're a very soccer-pilled city, but nobody would know it. You know what I mean? Every time I get to go to the Sounders game, I can feel the energy of something that I wasn't aware was percolating in my city. Listeners, I don't know if you know, but the Sounders are a very winning team, and we have a very potent fan base for folks that know that, and I think they're going to be very excited about the soccer energy in this city. And I was talking to Danny before this. Maybe the rest of the city will have a sort of Formula One effect, where, we start getting excited about the international game a bit. And Danny was sharing some ideas with me too.
Yeah, I, in a Simply Seattle comment section or two, have heard that I don't post enough about the Sounders or the rain and focus a little bit too much on the Seahawks Seahawks and Mariners, so I totally get that. And yeah, I think there's like definitely that effect to it. There's a documentary on HBO right now about the U.S. team. I think people just in general are going to kind of, get to see a different side of the culture of soccer. So many people love football, tailgate, da-da-da, but I think there's a lot of cool chants and songs and just the international aspect of it that people get opened up to this summer.
Of course, volunteering does not mean you get to watch the matches inside the stadium. Do you see the point of doing this? You do get a cool, uniform.
Yeah, what I said is I'm already doing this. Like I'm the one who somebody's like they see me and for whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm tall, maybe I just have a smile on enough where somebody's like, hey, can you point me in this direction? And I will begrudgingly sometimes take out, and a lot of times I'm happy to do it, but sometimes begrudgingly, again, if I don't get a good night's sleep, take out my headphones and help somebody with directions. And then I'm also the person that sees the dad take his selfie arm out, and I'm like, just give me the phone. I'll take your guys' photo. Just
nice
give me the phone.
I'm never
Disney cast member vibe. Disneyland cast member vibe right
yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Maybe my retirement gig will be in Anaheim.
There you go.
Well, there was an awful lot of enthusiasm for this. The Times spoke to one commuter all the way from Portland. She told organizers she was more than willing to drive up the 3 hours back and forth. In the end, though, mercifully, she did not make the cut. I do understand, an ultimate soccer fan would love to do that, but I don't even think it would be fair for FIFA to ask a volunteer to do that. And honestly, she'd be so fried by day 3. She would be like Danny Ball on the escalator. Step aside.
It's worth the swag pack. The swag pack sounds like it's sick. I know people are lifelong soccer fans. For it to come to your hometown or area is cool. And there is an on-field opportunity to roll out the flags on the field.
Yeah.
That's dude, it's worth the
dope.
gamble.
See, there are definitely some primo volunteer slots.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be down at the light rail station.
That's right.
This Portland woman wanted something to talk to her grandchildren about. She was hoping to be able to pass down this fun. Do you think you'll be telling your grandchildren about the Seattle World Cup?
I think yes. I don't know if it'll be the first thing. As you mentioned, I do host a podcast called Iconic Sonic, so there's some other things this year that I'm hoping for. But I do think it'll come up. I hope to have my own, memories, and maybe we get lucky and we see a USA win.
Make a point to make a memory during the World Cup somehow. So that you can tell you don't want to be the person that talks about the war because you saw it on TV.
Did you work at Disneyland?
I absolutely did. You got to make
Michael
memories.
Wong,
folks.
you're a team player.
I try to be.
Another piece of World Cup news this week, Mayor Katie Wilson says she and the local organizing committee have 1,400 free tickets to give away to local kids to attend World Cup matches. I did hear a very young soccer player on our newscast who was super grateful for the opportunity to see a match. That's a pretty big deal, and I do wonder if that is the kind of experience that could change things for someone, having that up close.
Definitely. Obviously, across the entire opposite side of the country, but Zoran has been pushing big time for more affordable sports matches in New York City. I actually, from said a Sonics account, dropped a comment and tagged Katie and said, let's do the same thing.
Oh,
and
it's Danny's fault.
And
Let's
so,
go.
so I was excited to see this.
Let's go,
Obviously, I'm not taking credit, but I was excited to see it. I think that's
fulfilled.
great. I love it. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's neat.
I wonder, could it really improve someone's worldview even to be a part of something this large?
Right now, I think more than ever, we can unify some folks with a little bit of that national pride, but also watching other folks have national pride too. I think there's an empathy that's built in watching other people celebrate their cultures, and I think the World Cup is a great fertile ground for that.
That's a great point. Getting those young kids exposed to not only just what a Seahawks game or a Mariners game or whatever looks like, but watching, a different country come in, seeing what their chants are, seeing how they dress, how they talk, what they do. That's a really good point. I love that.
Well, one of the core tenets of this local organizing committee is inspiring local children to play, understand, and love soccer. This is already a city that loves its Sounders and rain. Will Seattle come away from the World Cup with more soccer fever, more obvious soccer fever?
Yes, and I will post about them more, I promise. I'll keep a closer eye. I already tried to start upping and teaching myself. I already can feel it. I was telling Michael before we hopped on, I watched the Champions League final with some friends to do a little bit of homework. Even just the viewing experience on a television for soccer is great. A lot less commercials than other sports. I will take this with me for sure.
All right.
And since we got Simply Seattle in the room, the Sounders merch is sick. Yo, I've been going to... They have a Bruce Lee jersey.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's great merch, so
really
there's a reason to tap in.
All right. Well, I'm sure all the cool kids will be wearing the volunteer gear at the end of the summer.
Yeah, they will.
Moving on to our next topic. Is this thing on? The mics are hot again at Seattle's most legendary karaoke bar. Busch Garden has returned after a pandemic shutdown in 2020 and years of delays. Busch Garden 2.0 is open just a few blocks from the old spot in the CID. Do either of you rock the mic doing karaoke? What's your go-to song?
Oh, absolutely, I do. I mean, I'm Filipino and Chinese. These are two cultures that care a lot about karaoke. If you're a Filipino person that sings karaoke, you know why I'm good at Eye of the Tiger, Hotel California.
Okay.
I also throw in Kokomo by the Beach Boys.
Oh, yeah.
I have one song that I sing. I used to dabble in Johnny Cash because you can kind of talk your way through it. But now I am an Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls guy through and through. Mostly because I know the chorus is going to be by committee, and so you won't have to listen to my terrible voice.
Okay, what is the most important thing when you're doing karaoke? Because I think there's a lot of people who may be karaoke curious.
Stage presence.
Yeah.
Stop.
Rock
Really?
it. Yeah,
You
rock
gotta
it. Rock
commit.
it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I love it when somebody gets up there and they've got a great and beautiful voice, and that's awesome. We are not all talented with that. So, as I said, with my choice, like, I pick a song where I know most of the people, that first chorus, they're going to sing along with me. And then I can do the thing that I've always dreamed about of being a rock star and being like, just holding the mic out to the whole bar and getting them to sing the chorus for me. And as long as I know the verses, like, they're going to take care of the rest. So, that's my thing. I'm going to say stage presence.
Don't choose a song that has a long interlude. Very awkward. Especially if you have no idea what you're doing up there, you're not the kind of star that Danny is, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time. So do some homework before you pick a song.
Fair.
Another beloved spot, Seattle's Best Karaoke, closed its doors earlier this year. I've actually gone to that place. That's probably one of the only places I've ever done karaoke in the city. And it's interesting to me because people here are kind of reserved and we sit down at concerts, but Seattle also seems to have like a very robust karaoke scene, and I wonder what that says about us.
Yeah, I'm biased. My friends and family, like where I come from, a karaoke group, and then maybe I just attract that kind of friend because of my family and stuff. But like every family party, to go back to like I'm Irish, like it ends up with like we're singing American Pie around the kitchen island or whatever. Every big family gathering. So yeah, I'm a little biased here.
Does your whole family do it?
Oh, my whole family, absolutely. Every time this is going to sound wild, but every time we meet up, multiple people are bringing their karaokes to the house. And when I was growing up, my family would throw us out there like freaking Pokemon, bro. Like, go, Michael, sing Eye of the Tiger. And then my aunt would throw her freaking daughter out. Go, Nikki, sing Paper Roses. And we'd battle like that. And it'd give me Sunday scaries. But yeah, it's a good memory. It is a good memory.
That's awesome. I also like highly recommend Rockbox if nobody's been there.
What's that?
It's each room is a different room that you can sing karaoke in, so there's no stage fright because it's just your friends. You rent out the room, and then you don't have to sing in front of a bunch of strangers. Like you can just sing whatever you want, and it's a little bit less pressure. So I think that's a good introductory stage if you're karaoke curious, as you mentioned.
I have a secret dream of singing karaoke.
Okay. You haven't done it yet.
Okay, I've done it like 2 times, but only, again, like in a box situation where we were close friends. No, I am scared.
And what's your song?
I don't blame you.
My song was Tom Petty, Stop Dragging This Heart Around, which is an easy one to do. It's right in my range. But, I'm definitely one of those karaoke curious folks.
I want to be there.
Let's all meet up at Busch Garden after this.
Yeah. Here we go.
Honestly, this is a much-needed injection of good news for Seattle's nightlife, I think.
I think so, too.
Yeah, Seattle Times says Busch Garden will have a late-night menu, which goes until 1 a.m., so you can have some food with your Don McLean cover. I love late-night food options for this city because there are so few.
Certainly.
Definitely.
Have you ever lost your favorite bar or late-night spot?
Oh, yes. Woodskis over in Fremont. Again, from a family that literally is a bunch of skiers. So almost everybody had their own shot ski. So that was always a nice way to connect with a few people and inevitably spill on your shirt a little bit. But Woodskis was a favorite.
That's a cool name. Yeah. I'm so glad that Busch Garden is back in the CID. But the CID did lose one of its most heralded late night spots. It's called Ho Ho Seafood. I made a video with Vanishing Seattle about this spot not vanishing. Then 6 months later, it vanishes out of nowhere. But it was on their own accord, apparently. This is a spot. It's an if you know type spot for people who were once youth in the CID. You could order a cold tea after a certain hour, and they would bring you a teapot that had other stuff in it. So
I have heard about this. I've heard about this.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace to Ho Ho. I hope the owners are happy and relaxed right now.
All right. Well, Busch Garden is a CID staple, and it knows it. Bethany Jean Clement at the Seattle Times describes a drink in honor of 4 local civil rights leaders, including the CID activist Uncle Bob Santos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bob Santos, a legend of the CID, an activist and a waymaker of many sorts. So it means a lot, I think, to the CID to have Busch Garden coming back, not only coming back, but coming back at Bob's place. And I think it really marks a new revitalization period for the CID.
Uncle Bob loved Frank Sinatra songs.
Oh, yeah. Just you could always hear him belting it. That's what I heard when he was in town. So.
And the new building that houses Busch Garden is called Uncle Bob's Place. So the perfect landing spot for Busch Garden 2.0. What does an iconic place like this mean to the neighborhood around it?
I know there are so many generations of folks, Asian or not, that have had and made memories at Busch Garden, and it's time to do it again. And it's time to do it in a way that I think marks this new period for the CID that feels injected with energy, injected with youth, and injected with optimism too. So come tag into it.
All right, one last thing before we go. If you've passed by Lumen Field lately, you might notice it just says Field. The Lumen part's being covered up as part of FIFA regulations. Any stadium sponsor that isn't a FIFA sponsor doesn't get to be featured during the tournament. So there's just a big black sheet over any instance of the word Lumen and the word WAMU and WAMU Theater, which is attached to the stadium. There isn't a black tablecloth left in this entire city.
That's tough.
Get the Portland Volunteer back up and have her bring some.
Is this cover up a cheap way out? Should they have done more? Maybe put the word Seattle on the sheets?
Yeah. I think it's also the kind of FIFA way to go about something.
Yeah,
we don't want you to do something, so rather than doing something about it, we're just going to take it away.
They're even covering up the Toyota truck that sits on the top of the stadium. Is that too far?
Oh, boy. If I'm the Toyota social media manager, I'm running it up, baby.
That's such a good point.
I'm running it up. That's all I got to say.
That's a great point.
That's all I got to say to that.
Yep.
Technically, for the next few weeks, Lumen Field is called Seattle Stadium. That joins the ranks of New York, New Jersey Stadium and San Francisco Bay Area Stadium. Is this name change for locals or tourists? I mean, who's going to call it anything other than Lumen Field?
I still call it CenturyLink, Patricia.
Yeah.
That's still CenturyLink to me, you know?
Still Comcast to me.
Exactly. Or Safeco, you know? Like, I actually want to see a case study on the ad dollars and, like, brand recognition that brands get out once their lease expires and the name changes, because so many people in my life still call it Safeco.
Man.
Yeah, I would say that my opinion about this is nobody from outside the city is going to be wondering what the old stadium name was, but that Lumen Field got the worst short end of the stick. I don't know how that's not really a big part of the story. I bet the folks at Lumen are really upset about this.
Really?
I mean, I would.
Do you think they have a choice?
I don't think they have a choice, but I bet they didn't forecast this, and they got all excited when they thought that, you know, they got chosen for the stadium for the World Cup, and now they don't get to put
It's not as bad as the New York, New Jersey one for MetLife either. Like,
honestly.
again,
and the stadium's in New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
New Jersey goes first.
Well, and that's why I think it's hilarious. Is like you have all these teams that claim New York, and then they go play over in New Jersey. So it is funny for me to see that they had to list both cities.
What does it say that the city agreed to strip all the branding? Is it FIFA or is it FIFA?
Tony Soprano and Carmine Lupatazzi are somewhere smiling right now for sure. So probably the latter.
It feels that way.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Danny Ball does marketing for Simply Seattle and hosts the iconic Sonics podcast. Michael Wong is the founder of Asian Verified. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you so much, Trish.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Seattle Now, and make sure to join us this Saturday for a live taping of the show where I'll interview King County Executive Girmay Zahilay at the Cascade PBS Ideas Festival. Get tickets at cascadepbs.org/Ideas Festival and use promo code Seattle Now to access a 20% discount. Today's episode was produced by Vaughn Jones. It was edited by Andy Hurst. Our production team also includes Caroline Chamberlain-Gomez, Brooklyn Jamerson Flowers, and Paige Browning. Greg Kramer does our theme music. Seattle Now and KUOW Public Radio are members of the NPR network. I'm Patricia Murphy. Talk to you tonight for Evening Headlines.